Hi, this is Brian. Welcome back to another Heroic Plus One. In our last couple Plus Ones, we've been hanging out with Coach Prime and exploring some big ideas from his new book, Elevate and Dominate, 21 Ways to Win On and Off the Field. Today we're going to continue that exploration. We're going to talk about what Coach thinks is the key to success. Let's get straight to work. Coach Prime tells us, and I quote, "We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence then is not an act, but a habit." That well-known quote is from the 20th century writer Will Durant, who based it on something he read in the works of Aristotle, a Greek philosopher who lived before the birth of Christ. Even back then, Aristotle was setting his own thermostat. Even back then, most successful people were following routines. He continues by saying, "Listen to me, y'all. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow's not here yet. You need to think about the day you're actually in. Don't miss that day." Plus, he says, you think success is about talent? It's not. First and foremost, success is about discipline. That's true whether you're running a business, leading a family, trying to pass your exams in school, or practicing your craft as a professional athlete. It's about showing up every day, putting in the work, and being committed to the process consistently. And he tells us, all you can control is the moment. That's why it's so important to have a great routine. Having that routine is like referring to a roadmap. It helps you stay on track. You feeling a little lost? Stick to your routine. That helps you take the steps necessary to achieve your goals. Now here's the deal about a routine. You better commit to it. You've got to believe what you're committing to. You can't skip days. You've got to stick to it every single day. All caps. Finally, he says, if you're telling me that you don't have time for routine, I'm telling you that you better find time. There's always time to prioritize the important things in your life. It must be at the top of your list. Now that's all from chapter number 2, Set Your Thermostat, in which Coach tells us that we need to start our days strong and find a good routine. First, for the record, as you know, if you've been following along closely, when Will Durant refers to Aristotle's sense of excellence, he's talking about arte. Second, Durant's wisdom is his poetic distillation of this passage from Aristotle's Ethics. Check out the notes. Aristotle tells us there is a further qualification for attaining eudaimonic happiness in a complete lifetime. One swallow does not make a summer, neither does one day. Similarly, neither can one day or a brief space of time make a man blessed and happy. Now, you know how I like to say that when I read a book, I often notice the author coming back to one word more than any other? Well, in this book, that word was discipline. You know what was tied for second? Consistency. As I've said a million times, and this has become one of my main slides in my keynotes, discipline outpredicts IQ for academic performance by a factor of 2. It's also, as Deion wisely points out, the greatest predictor of every success you want in your life. Now finally, as I read that passage, I smiled, thinking about how much Deion would love the Heroic app and our commitment to helping you commit to the protocol that helps you show up as your best when it matters most. Now we're blessed to work with a number of elite sports coaches and athletes, and I look forward to connecting with Deion when the time is right. Today's Plus One, remember, here's the deal about a routine. You better commit to it, Deion tells us. You've got to believe what you're committing to. You can't skip days. You got to stick to it every single day. And he says, if you're telling me you don't have time for routine, I'm telling you that you better find time. There's always time to prioritize the important things in your life. It must be at the top of your list.